there, this is Datila, and welcome to the TNAIW GoGoPower Rankings show. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Burt Maclin, no relation to Steve Maclin.
Hello, everybody.
All right, and so this week's Power Rankings should be completely interesting because they are a combination of Thursday's Go Home Show and Slammiversary. So I'm expecting to see a lot of shifts and changes. I will say this, one person I'm not expecting to see on this Power Rankings is Steve Maclin, even though I think you and I both said last week we wanted to see him. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case. It was a crime. It was a crime, I tell you, a crime that he was not on Slammiversary. He deserved to be on that main card. What about you?
Completely agree. They just seems like he had all the momentum in the world, and they just stop it for no reason. But it's okay. I think they'll pick it back up. I'm okay with it. As far as the rankings, I would be pretty much. I would say it's a safe bet to say that Josh Alexander is number one. I don't see how anybody could deny him at this point after Sunday's main event. I think he should be number one, and I would not be surprised to see Mike Bailey somewhere near the top 5 as well. He put in one hell of a performance on Sunday.
First of all, I have to agree with you. I think Josh Alexander reclaimed his number one spot after losing it 2 weeks in a row to Honor No More. After that incredible performance against Eric Young, he's definitely took the number one spot. And I also would like to see Mike Bailey, not only Mike Bailey, but Jordan Grace in the top 5 spots as well.
You're right. I should have mentioned her. Jordan Grace, I'm willing to bet that she's number 2 just because I could make a case for her being number 1, but if she's not number 1, she has to be number 2.
Yeah, definitely. All right, but before we get into the Power Rankings, how would people join the Power Rankings committee?
Well, we're always looking for diehard Impact fans, people who watch the show every week that want to contribute. If that's you, just hit me up on Twitter at Burt Maclin11, send me a DM, and we'll get you in the Power Rankings.
All right, well, with that being said, let's play the Power Rankings. Number 10, Moose. Number 9, Eric Young and BBD. Number 8, Digital Media Champion Rich Swann. Number 7, The Impact Originals. Number 6, New Tag Team Champions, The Good Brothers. Number 5, The Death Machine, Sami Callihan. Number 4, New Tag Team Champions, Team Ragnarok. 3, New X Division Champion, Speedball Mike Bailey. Number 2, New World Champion, Jordan Grace. Number 1, and still World Champion, Josh Alexander. Wow, of course I'm not surprised Josh Alexander is number 1. I think you and I both mentioned that we were expecting him to be number 1. But correct me if I am mistaken. I think this is a Power Rankings first. All the champions have made the top 10.
What? I can't believe that's a first, because you would think that every week the champions would be in the top 10, but that goes to just to show you that since it's a week by week ranking, just because you are the champion, you need to do something to merit being on the rankings. So that's crazy to me that this is the first time that all champions have been on the rankings. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely is cool. And like you said, I mean, all the titles except for 2 changed hands, that being Josh Alexander and Rich Swann.
Yeah, new tag champions, new knockouts champion, and new X Division champion. Yeah, it was quite the night.
And new tag team champions.
And why we're talking about this first of all the champions being on, why it's fresh in my mind. I just got to get out this gripe real quick. I'm a little upset I didn't see D'Lo on the rankings, because he hit, he had an incredible, maybe he didn't compete on Sunday, but he hit a sky high on Thursday. And, I think a legend coming out, hitting that move, I popped for it. I think he deserved to be in the top 10. But that's just me.
You know something? I will say this. Moose, not okay. I like Moose. Let's make that perfectly clear here, people. I like Moose, okay? And yes, he had a great match, but he lost. So I wouldn't mind if D'Lo was at that number 10 spot and Moose, maybe was like an honorable mention or something. Or number 11, so to speak.
After that war Moose went through, it'd be hard to take him out. But, I could agree with that just because I was really pulling for D'Lo to maybe make that 10th spot just because I thought that was pretty awesome what he did on Thursday. So
yeah, definitely. I definitely do agree with you on that. And as for next week, I really hope to see Steve Maclin back on these power rankings. Homeboy, I said this at the beginning. Homeboy was robbed. Okay, I will die on this hill. Steve Maclin was robbed at Slammiversary. He deserved to be on the main card, and it is a crime. It is a crime that he was not on that main card and got reduced to being in the reverse battle royal. Which he probably should have won, but I get why he did not win that.
Yeah, it would seem like, because I know he's had some X Division title shots in the past, and I know he had an ROH title shot, a one-off, but it really seemed like they were positioning him like this was like a real push this time, just how much momentum they were giving them and against top contenders. And so I really hope that continues just because I really like Steve Maclin a lot. He's really won me over since coming to Impact.
Oh my God, me too. Steve Maclin won me over from the minute he entered Impact Wrestling. He was undefeated for a while. Then he lost, had an incredible feud against Trey Miguel. So I didn't mind him losing that feud because it was incredible. And I really hope to see him make the power rankings next week.
I do too.
All right. And I'm also looking forward to seeing where everybody stands on the power rankings. I'm curious to see who makes it next week and who doesn't make it from this list. I think Josh Alexander's obviously going to stay on. I think Jordan Grace, Speedball Mike Bailey is going to stay on. I don't know about Moose, and I don't know about the Impact Originals. I think they might not be on there, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's a tough one with that one. I don't know who we'll see out of that group.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, with that being said, do you have any closing remarks you want to say before we get ready to sign off?
2 things. Where's Chris Bay? I miss Chris Bay. Let's get Chris Bay back on Thursday on Impact. And second, I would like to see anybody argue that wasn't as close to a 10 out of 10 show as you're going to get. Impact, I don't know what more they can do. Like, I know the crowds might be lacking, but that doesn't affect the in-ring product as far as I can tell and as far as I'm concerned. So, once again, I just think Impact top to bottom, any complaints, they should be minor. That was a great show.
I definitely do agree. I think it was a Ty Dillinger, a perfect 10. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.